Hello, readers and writers. I'm MJ. It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for productivity sprints. So I'm a little early today, not by much, but a few minutes early. And that is partially because I'm going to be ending stream early today. We'll probably only be on for about an hour because I had an appointment unexpectedly pop up this evening that I have to go to. And I can't reschedule because this is already the rescheduling. So just before we get into some sprints, some brief updates of where I am and what I will be working on, and also, of course, please let me know what you are working on in the comments as well. And if you are watching this after the fact, then let me know in the comments below. So I am not working on writing tonight. Um, I know, surprise, surprise. But Phoenix is ready to go out. I've got it all set up to go and is ready for the pre order on November 1st. So, very excited about that. And then book three, Work, is at the editor, which is fantastic. So, it's ahead of itself. Which is great because it does not release until um February. So I finally feel like I'm getting ahead of the deadlines instead of always playing catch up, and that's such a nice feeling. So the project I'm working on right now is Micah. I still am working on the outline for it, but tonight I will not be working on any writing. One's because outlining does not do very well in productivity sprints for me. But two, because this weekend I will be doing my first in person author event ever. And so if you are in the Denver area, then you should come see me. I promise I'm even more awkward in person than I am online. So that's just kind of how it goes. Um, so yeah, so I'm working on some of the stuff for that, and apparently my cat has decided to come and say hi. Hello, Fly. At least get in the screen. There you go. So that's what I'll be working on today. And again, just a reminder that we should only be doing for about an hour today. So I'm going to keep the sprints on the shorter side. So let's go ahead and start out. I I don't know why he is coming to visit us today. Let's go ahead and start out with a 15-minute sprint. And I will get my the cat to go and visit the kid. So I'll see you all back here in 15 minutes. All right, welcome back. Let me keep it on this ending because I like this ending. All right. Hello, Ember. Welcome. So glad you could be here. I did not mean for that to go on to another one. So today's going to be short sprints because I have a meeting to go to. So I'm going to end about 5:30. So it's only going to be about an hour tonight. But it I still wanted to come on and do um some sprints and get some stuff done because have a lot of prepping to do for an event that I am doing this weekend. So good way to help me focus. I would love to know what you're working on or what you are reading. Um, that would be fantastic. I'm in kind of a weird mood because one, I have to leave the house, and two, I stayed up so late yesterday getting Phoenix prepared and ready to go to get for the release day. And because things were just going so smoothly, knock on wood, I just kept past the ebook presentation and got the paperbacks uploaded, and I'm still waiting to hear back if everything cleared, but it seemed to go pretty smooth, and I'm hopeful that it will. So that was excellent. Finishing up the Moon Gate and thinking about supper. Supper is a good one. I have to think about what we're doing for that also, but it's going to have to come later. But the Moon Gate, that sounds fantastic. I want to look it up. So, by Amanda Geard. Okay, that cover is fantastic. That's amazing. Wow. Um, you have some of the best books. This looks great. Yeah, I could see it being a cover buy because it is absolutely stunning. Actually, let me pull it up on this computer so I can screen share it. Um, because this is pretty amazing. And it's a decent price too. I might have to just pick this up. Um, yeah. I mean, I do too. I tend to do it through indie authors though. Like I have so many that I want to read that they're not bigger authors, but I guess because I kind of surround myself with them. So I hear about their books, but a lot of other people do not. So is this fantasy or is it like a mystery? It looks like it's a mystery. Oh yeah, a historical mystery. Okay. Are you liking it so far? How far into it are you? Thank you. Um, I appreciate that. Speaking of which, I need to post my current read to Threads because that's where I've been announcing them lately. And I haven't done it yet, but I've been so just in that zone. But yeah, this is cool. I might pick it up because I mean that's a really decent price. All right. I get to be more distracted today since I don't have to actually focus on a project and specifically getting anything done. Oh, I wanted to share some news. Um, so the immortal part of myself, I entered it into a contest with Book Life, and Book Life is an indie group, basically. Like it's not an indie group; it's a big group for indie authors, specifically self-published authors. And so they do a competition where you get like a professional review, um, and that. And so I was like, okay, that's fantastic. And I found out today that the immortal part of myself made it to the quarterfinals. So I am overjoyed. We'll find out the finals soon also, which is just kind of wild. And um and then December the winner, which I'm not banking on the immortal part of myself winning. If it could make it to the finals or the semifinals, I should say, that would be the most amazing thing ever. But I'm just celebrating it made it to the quarterfinals. Because that's a pretty big win also. So I'm super excited. Um Going back, historical fiction mystery. Okay, so you're almost done with it. 445. Okay. Yep, I'm definitely picking that up. I have some credits, so it'll make it even cheaper. That's fantastic. So definitely what I need in my life is more books. Thank you. I'm pretty happy in case you can't tell. It was like the best news to have today. They were supposed to be announced like 3 days ago, and I've been sweating because like nothing has been coming out. And I was like, oh well. And I gave up. And then I looked at it for something else, and there it was. So it's very happy. Um, all right. So I guess we should probably get on to the next sprint since that is what we are here for. Um, I my other Halloween timer, I only uploaded a 30. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then probably another 15 after that, and that will be probably all for today. Because because it's just a shorter day. So let me get my screen shared. I need to finish this timer and get all the rest of the times up. But I've been busy, so it hasn't happened yet. But I am glad at least I got this one ready. I think it's cute. All right, so I will see you all back here in 30 minutes. It's always great when I try and race the timer. Um, I don't know about you, when you're in the middle of something and you're like, "Okay, I gotta keep going, but can't lose track of time." 4.5 stars is fantastic. I actually ordered it, so I'm excited. I think I'm going to read it next, after the book I currently am reading, which is an indie book called Odd Blood, and it's the first in a series, of I think they're all like, it's just, well, it's mostly about vampires at least. There has been other magical creatures that have been popping in, but the primary focus is on vampires. And it has autistic rep, which is definitely one of the reasons why I picked it up. Autism and vampires. I'm really enjoying it, but it did have a slow start for me, just because the world building. Um, there's some questions I have about it, but it's got smoother as I was reading, so I really appreciate it. And the autism rep is fantastic, so that alone is worth picking it up. Um, but it's like I said, it's a series, so I probably will continue on, because like as the book got better, it makes me want to keep reading in it. So we'll see. But Night Broken by Patricia Briggs. Is this a reread for you? Or is this the first time you've read the series? Because I'm gonna guess it's a reread. But I could be wrong. I Patricia Briggs is what got me through my grad program, because I would come home and um had 3 kids to take care of, and by the time they finally got to bed, and I got all my homework done, when I just needed to like decompress, I would pick up Patricia Briggs, because it just Patricia Briggs and Kim Harrison, those two got me through grad school. Um, so I I think I'll enjoy it. So I read a couple historical fiction last week, and last week, apparently my brain's not back to functioning, last month, and really enjoyed them. And this one, if nothing else, the cover's pretty, so I can always stare at it on my e-reader. Um, wow, that's fantastic. So I would love to know your take on the series. I cannot tell you how many times I have read it. Um, so many, so many. I am slightly behind, I think, though. Let me look. So, maybe not. I think maybe not. I'm not sure if I've read Winter's Lost or not, which is book 14. Uh, but and maybe 13. I think I have though. I don't know. Have you read the spin-off series for it? Alpha and Omega, Alpha and Omega. Or are you reading it for with like in between? Because I know technically Alpha and Omega like starts coming up the middle of the series, and then they start kind of talking about each other. But you don't have to have read them um at the same time. I typically just sit in the series and go through it, and then I'll go back and read Alpha and Omega series, and that's typically how I do it. Hello and welcome. Thank you for making it here. We're actually at the end of sprint for today. It's a really, really short sprint. Typically, I go at minimum 2 hours, but I had an unexpected appointment to pop up. So we will be ending so soon, unfortunately, but I am super glad that you made it. And I am here every Wednesday starting at 4:30 Mountain Time. And I usually at minimum go for 2 hours. Today is just a weird one-off, and I didn't want to cancel it when I knew we could be here for at least an hour. Um, I have not read all of Briggs's books. I started reading some of her earlier ones. I think as I've gotten older, I've realized how much more problematic they are, honestly. Um, so yeah, I haven't been instantaneously reading them as they come out anymore. But I did read them a lot. Uh, for right now, I think my number one urban fantasy request or like recommendation is probably Kim Harrison. Um, at the moment, at least for a long series. So I do want to thank you all for joining me today. I'm so sorry I have to cut things short, but this fantastic meeting I'm going to is fantastic, and hopefully will bring really, really good news at some point. So I will hopefully see you all next week for more sprints. And as always, keep reading, keep writing, and until next time.